special guest, Mr. Bruce. Welcome.
Hi, hello.
So today we are going to make some optical illusions with paper. So this one is a paper weaving. We're gonna make it awesome. All you need is 2 different colors of paper, and that's it. Some scissors. You know what an optical illusion is?
Yeah, no. It's something that tricks your eye.
Tricks your eyes. We're gonna trick your eyes.
Does it trick your eyes or your brain?
Brain. Both. It tricks both of them.
Let's get started. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are going to start by grabbing 2 different colors. So we need 2 colors. It could be black and white, or you can choose different colors, but it has to be 2 totally different colors. So you chose complementary colors, which are perfect for op art.
Optical.
Do you know why?
Because they contrast.
Yeah. They're across from each other on the color wheel, so when they're placed next to each other, they make each other pop. Fun fact of the day. So we have 2 pieces of paper. We are going to start with the first one, so it doesn't matter which one. You are going to fold it in half like a hamburger. So hamburger style. Needs a little bit fatter, not always. So we have our paper folded in half. You are going to be grabbing a ruler, and you are going to be grabbing a pencil. Where it opens up, you are going to be drawing a line across. So about 1 inch or so. You're just going to kind of eyeball it, but you need it straight across. So that's all you need the ruler for. You just need to know where to stop cutting. You are going to be cutting where you folded it, so where the fold is, up until the pencil line, so wavy. So you're gonna do this a bunch of times up until that line. So it does not matter if it's the same, just some sort of wavy line up until the pencil mark. So you're gonna go all the way to the end of the page.
Oh, that's what it is. It's like in art. Nothing should be perfect.
Does not have to be perfect. This is a good part of what it's like to be in a family. Waiting.
Wait, it takes like 10 days for one person to finish.
And love.
Well, that's...
Lots of love, lots of patience. Do we all have our cuts?
Yep.
Okay, so now you can open it up. Okay, so now we have the base of our weaving. Now we are going to need the second part, and that is going to be what we use to weave in and out. So the first thing that you will do is you will be cutting off the sides so that they are not totally straight. Then we're going to be cutting them into strips, but you're still doing the wavy style. So this part's super important. You are going to do your little wavy, and then the next one you have to go over. You cannot like cut this part off and start again. It has to match up. Okay, so if you mess up, you gotta just go with it. So the next one, the same sort of deal. If you really want to make a cool illusion, you could do your strips from smaller to bigger and smaller again. That might make a cooler, more advanced optical illusion, or you can just go with the flows. You do want to make sure they go in order, so what I think is easiest is if you stack them, because when we put them on our paper, they have to go in order. They have to match back up. Otherwise, it will not make a whole lot of sense.
So now I am cutting. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm doing the smaller to larger, right? And now I gotta go back to smaller. So what I did was I layered these. so now I can kind of measure. So now I can go smaller and smaller and smaller. I think I need to do one more big one though.
Come on, Daddy, we're waiting on you.
This is a little more complicated than like a traditional paper weaving. If you just want to bump your lesson up to the next step or make a project that's just a little bit cooler than a typical weaving, this is a great way to do it. Normally with the paper weaving it'd be straight lines, straight strips, but we're gonna wave it up.
On the back there.
Okay, so I would put yours paper like this. You're gonna keep your paper vertical so it's long ways. If you have your pencil mark, you wanna maybe put that on the bottom.
She fly.
And then I would put your papers up top so you don't get them all confused. Okay, so we're gonna start with the first strip. You are going to take it. Do you guys know how to do weaving?
Yeah.
So what's the like special code?
Up and down, or down.
Over and under.
Over and under. So over, under, over, under. Okay, you want to make sure that it's pushed all the way down. Because you want enough space, they're all going to be pushed right up against each other.
You can do it.
So push it all the way down. So then your second one is going to be opposite of the first one. So if you started with under, then what's the second one going to do?
Over.
Over. And then what?
And then under.
Oh gosh, you got it.
And then over.
Do you know
And then under.
Okay, and you just keep going. Make sure your strips are matching up correctly. They should be just like you cut them. Still in the same order, the same way. Chicken strips.
Yes.
So let's lesson of the day is keep your things in order. You know, maybe not stack them, maybe like lay them out. There we go. That was
We're having technical difficulties.
So maybe lay them out. If you get confused, lay them out because they should be the same order. They've got to match up. If they don't match up, try again.
Well, you gotta watch me pretty closely because you never know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. That's
Like my students. I turn around and somebody's eating some glue.
I don't blame them. That stuff tastes good.
No, I do not encourage that. So at the end, you're gonna notice that you won't have enough space. You run out of cuts to fit another one in. Then you would just stop. You're probably gonna have a couple extra, which is totally fine. You can toss those, you don't need them.
Don't waste paper, recycle it.
How'd you get yours done so fast?
Because Mom is artistic genius.
Is this your new hobby, paper weaving?
Definitely not my new hobby.
I'll do it. It's really
But it is fun to do.
He's not bad, he's figuring things out. So sometimes you have to stop, you have to
Think and jot.
think and what?
Jot.
Jot?
Yeah, jot down your notes so you know. Jot down everything you know on a piece of paper.
Okay.
And you never forget anything. Do not listen to Carter.
Well, you just gotta reevaluate. So maybe you gotta take a step back and look at it and figure out what the problem is, fix the problem. It's okay if it's not right the first time.
Maybe the kids at school can experiment, you know? That's the great thing about art. You can always see where it takes you.
No. All right, so here's the finished product.
Valentine's Day edition.
So-
Yeah, this is the finished product.
What do we think?
It's amazing.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Yours is beautiful. I'm so proud of you.
Valentine's Day
thank
edition.
You're beautiful. I'm so proud of you.
So what you could do at this point is glue down the ends. So wherever the ends are on both sides, you could glue those down so it stayed.
Remember, guys, like and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to get notifications every time we upload a video. Yeah. Boo! Guess my nickname. Congratulations, Daddy. You're famous. It's done. Now we have another person. Now we need all of us together, and it'll be amazing. Bye, guys. I won't see you again.
Just well, they're a little crazy.
Valentine's Day.
Am I tricking your mind?
Ooh. Boom, done. Okay, show's over. Let's go, boys.